game with some strong maneuvers. d3 ignores the fundamental opening principle of controlling the center. e5 takes space in the center, controls the d4 and f4 squares, and allows the queen and dark-squared bishop to develop. This move opens the path for your bishop to enter the game. They overlooked an opportunity to prepare a bishop for development. You activate your piece and win time by attacking a queen. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. This is a fine move. Their pawn attacks your knight, kicking it out of its... This moves your knight to a safer square. They kick your knight with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. Their pawn attacks your knight, kicking it out of its current position. A good choice to move your threatened knight. They've offered to trade pieces of equal value. That was an even swap of material. Recapturing and developing their bishop at the same time. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. This move left their pawn hanging. You overlooked an opportunity to capture a free pawn. You can pick up a free pawn. You missed an opportunity to capture a free pawn. This move left their pawn hanging. You overlooked an opportunity to capture a free pawn, defending their hanging pawn. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. They've launched a strong pawn advance aiming to attack your king's position. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. They overlooked an opportunity to develop a knight off its starting square. You are threatening to tactically win a pawn. This move gives you the opportunity to win their queen. You missed an opportunity to tactically win a queen. This move allows you to capture their vulnerable queen. They missed a chance. You won material by capturing that queen. Recaptures. You further develop your pieces by moving the rook. They've improved the positioning of their piece. You apply pressure to your opponent's pawn chain. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. Passed pawns have a clear path to promotion. Takes back. That was a fair trade. Their recapture simultaneously brings the rook into play. You gain time because your opponent must deal with your threat. They defended their knight, which was under attack. You permitted the opponent to win material through a fork. Your opponent set up a fork which will win material. Great, you've developed your last piece, completing your setup. They captured your vulnerable rook. You overlooked a better way to recapture a piece. You permitted the opponent. They've made a mistake and their bishop is now lost. They overlooked an opportunity to win material through a tactic. You overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a bishop. Defending their hanging pawn. You permitted the opponent to eventually win a queen. Your opponent's move wins your queen. This move cuts off the check from the rook, keeping your king safe. They recaptured a piece from an earlier exchange. Well done, an excellent move. They found a way to win your queen. You take back. Their passed pawn moves closer to promotion, becoming more dangerous. You captured a pawn that checked your king. They move the bishop to safety. Very good choice. They made one of the top moves in this position. You are threatening to set up a blockade. You are now able to set up a blockade. You missed an opportunity to set up a blockade. This is a fair trade. You captured back, activating their king. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Precise move from your opponent. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. They exchange pieces of equal value. You exchange pieces of equal value. This is a fair trade. Recapturing. Your opponent makes a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. Nice, definitely the right move. I like their choice. Passed pawns must be pushed. They placed their piece on a blockade square, stopping your pawn. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They are right on target. This is a fine move. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Not the best move, but not bad either. Moving their bishop to a better position. You overlooked an opportunity to attack a pawn chain. You can pick up a free pawn. That pawn was yours for the taking. They played one of the best moves here. You block the check from an opposing bishop. They played the strongest move available. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Decent move, but they had a better one. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. Their bishop is now on a more active square. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. This is the only good move. Their bishop is now more... Yes, this is the way. Precise move from your opponent. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. There was just one move that worked for them, and this wasn't it. Nice find. You found the only move in this position. Your opponent has to... They made one of the top moves in this position. You step your king away from the checking bishop, moving their bishop to a better position. Now the other player can't stop you from winning a bishop if you make the right moves. This seems like a mistake to me. You missed an opportunity to promote a pawn to a queen. That's quite an error. Now's your chance to... You overlooked an opportunity to promote a pawn to a queen. Their bishop is now more active on this square. You are threatening to tactically win a bishop. You are now able to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent has no escape. You can force a checkmate. They are right on target. They move their king. They played the strongest. They played... You continue. Precise move. They are right on... You did it. Nice checkmate.